Alright everybody, here's the next part of my 3,000 subscriber special. We're going to play Jeopardy for the N64. That's also part of Marty Bingle's birthday special as well.
This is Jeopardy! And now, here is our host, Alex Trebek.
Welcome to your favorite game of answers and questions. We know who the contestants are, so let's go to work in the first round, the Jeopardy round, which has the one daily double. Categories are...
We're dealing with social reformers, people, the 1920s, the Holy Land, newspapers and magazines, and finally, it's the berries.
Make a selection.
I'll take the Holy Land for 100. Recapturing the Holy Land was the goal of these military expeditions of the 11th and 13th centuries. What are the Crusades?
That's right.
The Holy Land for 200.
Select again.
Though the Holy Land's borders are indistinct, its western edge is largely provided by this sea. What is the Mediterranean?
That's right. Select again.
The Holy Land for 300.
Answer the daily double.
Alright, 500. His letters from the Holy Land to a California newspaper form part of Innocents Abroad. I don't know.
Sorry, wrong.
Looking for Mark Twain.
Pick again.
Holy Land for 400. The synonym for the Holy Land comes from a Greek word derived from Hebrew for land of the Philistines. And we're looking for Palestine.
Select again.
I'll close it up. The goal of this Jewish nationalist movement was the creation of a state in the Holy Land. Alright. Zionism?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Make a selection.
In 1869, Elizabeth Cady Stanton and this woman founded the National Women's Suffrage Association. I'm going to say who is Susan B. Anthony.
You got it.
Social Reformers 200.
Make a selection.
In 1837, Friedrich Froebel opened his first of these schools for children in Blankenburg. What is a kindergarten?
You got it.
Social Reformers 300.
Select again.
In 1910, she published 20 Years at Hull House. Sojourner Truth.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else?
Looking for Jane Addams.
Pick again.
Social Reformers for 400. Charles Kingsley was against sweated labor and was one of the first churchmen to support this evolutionist. Who's Charles Darwin?
You got it.
Social Reformers 500.
Select again.
Born in 1839, this British chocolate maker provided housing and pensions for his workers. George Cadbury.
You got it. Make a selection.
This sport is the subject of Ring magazine. What is boxing?
That's right.
Newspapers and magazines for 200.
Make a selection.
In 1954, this newspaper bought its morning competitor, the Washington Times-Herald. What is the Washington Post?
That's right.
Newspapers and magazines for 300.
Select again.
The name of Yomiuri Shimbun, published in this city, means the read and sell newspaper. The read and sell newspaper. What is Tokyo?
You got it.
Newspapers and
Select
magazines for
again.
400. In 1990, this feminist magazine was relaunched as a bi-monthly without advertising. Oh, Ms.
Select
that was
again.
my guess, too. Newspapers and magazines, 500. Or, It's the Berries, 500. This berry was named for the California judge who discovered it in the 1880s. The Marionberry.
Wrong.
No,
Anyone else?
I don't remember. The Loganberry.
Select again.
This magazine aimed at black women was first published in 1970. Essence?
You got it.
Yeah.
Make a selection.
On the 5th day of the 5th month of 1921, she introduced her number 5 perfume. Who's Coco Chanel?
You got it.
The 1920s
Make
for
a
200. Named for a South Carolina city, this dance was the rage. What is the Charleston? Oops.
You got
There
it.
we go. 1920s 300.
Select again.
He came to power after leading his black-shirted fascists on a march to Rome. Benito Mussolini.
Select again.
400. In 1927, this American birth control pioneer helped organize the first World Population Conference. We're looking for Margaret Sanger.
Pick again.
Condemned earlier to internal exile, he was banished from the USSR in 1929. Who is Leon Trotsky?
You got it. Select again.
It's the Berries 100. Or People 100, I guess. In 1922, Imelda Marcos threw her shoe into the ring and ran for president of this country. She lost. What is the Philippines?
You got it.
It's the Berries 100.
Select again.
This popular shortcake fruit is often paired with rhubarb in a pie. What is strawberry?
That's a correct response.
200.
Select again.
When picked ripe, this red or blackberry pulls away from its core, creating a hollow center. I have a hunch. I'll try it. I want to say what's a raspberry.
You got it.
Good, good.
Select again.
Berries 300. New England Indians made their pemmican with these bog berries. What are cranberries?
You got it.
400.
Select again.
These green berries are traditional and full, a British dessert. What are gooseberries?
That's right. Select again.
People 200. This former vice president values his 3 children, Corinne, Tucker, and Benjamin. Who's Dan Quayle?
You got it.
300.
Select again.
He was dancing with the Kirov Ballet when he defected in 1974 and soon joined the ABT. Oh, who was that? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember his name. So I'm gonna pass. Oh, Mikhail Baryshnikov.
Select again.
400. The son of a cigar maker became president of CBS News in 1929 and remained at the helm for over 50 years. Who is William Paley?
Right.
Now the last clip.
Select again.
In 1971 and 1972, poet Pablo Neruda was the South American country's ambassador to France. What is Brazil? No.
Sorry, wrong. Anyone else?
Looking for Chile.
All right, it's time now for the double Jeopardy round. Remember, we have 2 daily doubles in this round of play.
In the lead with 3,100.
Categories are...
This time around, we're going to deal with English literature, films of the 60s, Louisiana, medals, state capitol buildings, and finally, peninsula.
Make a selection.
Seawater contains less than 1 grain of this precious metal, symbol AU, per ton. What is gold?
That's right.
Metal's 400.
Make a selection.
Humphrey Davy named this light metal used for cookware and beverage cans, but never saw it. What is aluminum?
Right.
Metal's 600.
Select again. Answer there. One of the 2 daily doubles.
Look at 2 daily double. Tetraethyl compound of this metal once put the ethyl in ethyl gasoline. What is lead?
That's right. Select again.
Metal's 800. The strong light metal used in supersonic aircraft was discovered by William McGregor. Titanium?
That's right. Make a selection.
His friend Edward Bulwer Lytton convinced him to change the original ending of Great Expectations. Who's Charles Dickens? Not Darwin. Dickens.
That's right.
English literature.
Make a selection.
The poet who wrote, "Ye flowery banks of bonny Doon, how can ye bloom sae fair?" Oh, I had a guess on this, but Robert Burns, that was my guess.
Right. Make a selection.
A walkway separates this city's Capitol building from Iolani Palace. Iolani Palace, yeah, however you say it. What is Honolulu?
You got it.
State Capitol building's 400.
Make a selection.
Actually, let's do metals 1,000. Indium is often extracted from ores of this metal used to galvanize steel. What is iron?
Wrong.
Ah.
Anyone else?
Zinc?
You got it.
Okay.
Make a selection.
John Bunyan said this book will direct thee to the Holy Land, if thou wilt its directions understand. What is the Pilgrim's Progress?
You got it. Make a selection.
Alright, I'll say, let's say State Capitol building's 400. Frankfort, Kentucky's capital rotunda and dome were copied from this French emperor's tomb. Okay, let's go with, who's Napoleon?
That's right.
State Capitol building's 600.
Select again.
Henry Hudson is among those depicted in carvings on a staircase in this city's Capitol building. Albany? That was my guess.
That's right.
Yeah.
Make a selection.
Shirley Eaton was the Gilded Girl in this 1964 James Bond film. What is... trying to remember. I'll just say what is Goldfinger.
That's a correct response.
Okay.
Make a selection.
State Capitol building's 800. The Capitol building in Jefferson City stands on a hill overlooking this river. What is the Mississippi?
Sorry.
No, the other one.
Anyone else?
I had a choice and I picked the wrong one. The Missouri River.
Make a selection.
State Capitol building's 1,000. State Capitol building in this southwest city is shaped like the sun symbol of the Zaya Indians. What is Phoenix?
Gosh, that's wrong.
The other
Anyone
one.
else?
Is it Santa Fe? It is.
Make a selection.
Let's go back to, English Literature 800. He wrote his 1742 novel Joseph Andrews in imitation of the manner of Cervantes. Henry Fielding?
That's right.
Yeah.
Make a selection.
The Menominee is the longest river on this state's Upper Peninsula. What is Michigan?
You got it.
Peninsula 400.
Make a selection.
Merida is the chief city on this peninsula and the capital of the Mexican state of the same name. What is the Yucatan?
Right. Select again.
Peninsula for 600. This nation occupies most of the Arabian Peninsula. What is Saudi Arabia?
That's right. Select again.
800. Peninsula. The Sava and Danube rivers form the northern border of this European peninsula. Looking for the Balkan Peninsula.
Select again.
1000. This state has a Seward Peninsula, but its city of Seward is on the Kenai Peninsula. What is Alaska?
Right. Select again.
Her novel Northanger Abbey is the story of a Gothic novel fan who has a wild imagination. We're looking for Jane Austen.
Pick again.
I will take films of the 60s 400. Wilfred Bramble played Paul's grandfather, a clean old man, in this first Beatles film. I'm going to take a guess and say what is A Hard Day's Night.
That's right.
Films of the 60s 600.
Select again.
Kirk Douglas is trained at the Gladiator School of Bacchitis in this Stanley Kubrick film. What is Spartacus?
That's right.
Films of the
Select
60s
again.
800. Though her boots were made for walking, she was a biker named Mike in The Wild Angels. Who is Nancy Sinatra?
That's right.
Films of the 60s 1000.
Select again.
This 1967 Faye Dunaway Warren Beatty film launched a wave of nostalgia for 1930s fashions. What is Bonnie and Clyde?
That's right. Select again.
That just leaves the last category of Louisiana. The state's largest city. It served as the capital on 3 different occasions. What is New Orleans?
That's right.
400.
Select again.
Jean Lafitte National Historical Park and Preserve has a cultural center devoted to these settlers from Acadia. What are pirates? No?
No, that's incorrect.
I don't have a clue.
Anyone
then.
else?
Looking for the Cajuns.
Pick again.
600. Among Louisiana's leading farm products is this legume used in livestock feed and cooking oils. What is an olive?
No, sorry.
Oh, the other one.
Anyone else?
What are peanuts? No, soybeans.
Pick again.
Oh well, 800.
Answer the other daily double.
Let's just do 400 on this clue. Louisiana chose this as its state flower 52 years before Mississippi did. What's the magnolia?
That's a correct response. Select again.
McElhinney's Tabasco sauce originated on this island near New Iberia. Got nothing on that one. We're looking for Avery Island.
All right, players, start thinking about your wagers for Final Jeopardy based on what you know about this category.
It is world cities. I'll do 800 only.
And your Final Jeopardy answer is...
This English coastal city was the Mayflower's last port of call before sailing for America. I'm going to take a guess and say, what is Liverpool?
Let's see if our contestants were successful.
Whether I'm right or
What did you
wrong,
put
it
down
doesn't
as your
matter either
response?
way.
You got it.
Oh, Plymouth. Oh, well. So I'm going to win $10,000 for myself and for Marty.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Southampton, no.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong.
So in my 3,000 subs bank, I have 192,670. Marty has 1,135,482.
Thank you for playing Jeopardy. Let's do it again real soon.
We will.
Thanks, players. Good game. So long, everybody.
And we will wrap it up for this segment, and I'll see you all for that next one in just a little bit.
Let's do it again real soon.